What was the big lesson you reckon for any board director out there looking at it and ultimately it's a case one should study.
I think it's a really good question. It was a combination of unfortunate things. There were no deliberate issues of malfeasance or one thing. You had a combination of a CEO who'd been extremely successful for many years and therefore created an environment where it was natural not to challenge, particularly because most things went pretty well. You had very good judgment. So I think there was some of the sharpness and rigor of interrogation of decisions, etc., had been lost. That was then compounded by events that no one could have predicted. The COVID period required decision making on the run of seismic significance.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, I was at Telstra at the time, and okay, it turned the world upside down for Telstra, but we didn't lose our revenue overnight. It was how do we deal with it? How do we change working from home? And it was a frantic time. But Qantas literally came in on the Monday morning and they said we've got 35,000 employees being paid every day, and we've got no revenue. Stopped, and the planes are all sitting on the ground. And so that went from being a sort of technical management issue to a liquidity bankruptcy issue overnight, and they had to make really quick decisions. Some of those could have been made better. Yes, they probably could, but again, pretty easy to say that after the event when you weren't there. So that all compounded it. Again, with hindsight now, were we to face such an existential crisis again, I think some of the things would probably be approached differently. And then the rebound afterwards caught everyone by surprise. So just as the going down was sharper than we thought, coming back up was sharper than they thought at the time. And I think there's, guilty maybe of a bit of not hubris, but lack of understanding of the depth of feeling out there amongst the travelling public and others as to how they were being let down by the airline on a rebound. And it took a while for it to sort of sink through as to how much trust had been lost. And then you have the specific things, the ACCCs and the TWUs, which no point in going to them more there, but they erode public trust as well. And I think there was a combative nature in how these things were addressed. So it was, the fight or flight. The first instinct was always fight. We won't stand for this. We'll fight it all the way, tooth and nail.
Yeah, right.
And sometimes that's, even if it's morally right or legally right or whatever, sometimes that's not the best approach to dealing with a problem, particularly when you're talking with public trust and social license and those things.